purpose was like, your choice that you make does not only affect you. Sometimes you may think that the choice that you make only hurts you or reflects on you.
It reflects on other people too.
Everyone around you. Even people sometimes that you don't even know that's watching you or that's connected to you, it reflects. Right. So sometimes you got to really sit and think about the choice that you make. We're on that type of time today, y'all.
Yeah.
And with that being said, hello. Welcome to Hypothetically Podcast. I'm your co-host, Shelly.
Hey, your co-host, Jean.
Hey, guys.
It's been a while.
Hello, everybody. How have you been?
Man? Hopefully everybody's been good. Everybody been enjoying this summer.
Summer's coming to an end.
Summer's coming to an end. Yeah, definitely comes to an end very fast.
Oh, my hair too long. Good. Sorry, y'all.
Girl problems. But
anyway, summer's coming to an end.
Oh.
Back to busy season, money season.
How was your
holiday
summer?
Season, huh?
How was your summer?
Amazing.
That's good.
I had the best summer, and I was planned that. I told myself, like, I will be outside, and I'm going to have a good time. Mm-hmm. And I did just that. So
That's good. Yeah.
I'm excited. You?
Well, I just work a lot. That's it. Every summer is work. But, just enjoying my leisure days. So, if I can come out, I'll come out. If not, then cool. I've missed quite a few festivities, but I'm good with that. So summer's been
money.
Yeah, definitely. Saved a lot of money with summer. That when you don't go out, l'argent you keep in your pocket. That's all I can tell you. The amount of money you keep. So with other things I got going on, it's good to have those things not happening. So
you know what I just realized? We haven't pod since the brunch.
July 2nd. Yes. July 2nd is the last date, and then we haven't paused since the brunch. So, and shout out to everybody that came to the brunch. Really appreciate y'all.
Listen, the love is real.
The love is real.
We've told you guys in person and DMs, and we're telling you again.
The love is real.
Thank you. And you'll be seeing us in 2026.
2 years. Yes. Want to make that very relevant?
2026.
Make that clear.
And that's a strong maybe.
That's a strong maybe. I can't speak for Shelly, but I'll definitely speak for myself. It's a lot to make an event like that. And, to try to like two-peat to success and everything, it was a lot of hidden stress with that. That's on my end. Because as much as I wanted to do it and give people what they wanted, at the same time, my heart wasn't 1,000% in it, It was just like, all right, this is a yearly thing now. We're going to do this. And then people were coming to me last year, like this year was like, can't wait to do this next year. I'm like, pump your damn brakes. I got to really think about things and how this whole thing works. But I definitely appreciate everybody that came out. Appreciate the love. But yeah, I'm going to take a break next year. And I was the first one to bring it up. I didn't force Shelley into a corner to agree. But this is why we're best friends. When I said it, she says, I was thinking the same thing. And not because that we don't want to throw an event for people. Of course, I want to throw an event for people. For my people, I want to do it. But I like to do something different every year. And I felt like if I do it again and again, it's going to get redundant after a while. I mean, I know the times we live in now. People want things that are different. And I want to give different things. I want to that's the way I work. At my job, I do a different job every day. Shelly knows. I go somewhere else every day. I like variety, and I want to give that to people. So I'm good for next year. I don't know if Shelly has said anything like that.
Like I said it in person. Those DMs that the pod page have received, my personal, Jean's personal. And I'm going to say it again for our viewers that did attend. We very much appreciate you. It was different from last year. And like Jean said, well, for me, I've already been working on different types of things. I'm not a party person. So the brunch was something, that I thought of. It was cool. But I like to do other stuff. But it was cool. It was different. The food was amazing. Oh my God. I had shrimp and grits. Tore that thing up. But it was a great time. Shout out to everybody that came out. Shout out to the DJs that DJ'd. Shout out to Whitney's sister that was chefing it up. And shout out to all the staff that helped us. And also shout out to my other brunch, dinner that I did. If you didn't watch, if you say it, we will. Me and Kate, shout out to Let's Book Brunch. We did an event. It was a girls' book club, and it was amazing. Amazing.
Very amazing.
So I've definitely been busy, and my gas is empty. So shout out to all the ladies that popped out to that event. Shout out to people that popped out to the brunch. You are greatly appreciated. The book brunch, I'll definitely do again. So, I'll be open to that. But bigger events like last year's brunch, I need a break. So we'll get back to y'all on that. But yeah. And on that note, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been chilling, regular, just maintaining, just regular. I'm just chilling, man. I really am just chilling. I know I got my goals in order. I'm reaching them. My head's been good. Still not dating, so I'm good. Family is family. They drive you up a wall. Anybody who has family knows what's up. Friendships are good. I'm good. Work is good. Healthy. Still in the gym like a crazy person. And, just honestly just practicing, getting better at this pod stuff. If you're looking now, we're going to look a little different. And hopefully you are satisfied with it because a nigga been practicing. I ain't going to hold you. I've been doing a lot of trial and error, but I realize that I'm not going to get good at this stuff unless I practice it on my own time. And I think what helped me a lot was when we podded on If You Don't Say It, We Will. I didn't show the emotion of gratitude for my friends, but these, Shelly and Mitch really poured into me about like, yo, nigga, this is different. You've come a long way in doing things different. And then shout out to Lou Telemac too, who was on a FaceTime telling me the same thing. And I kind of like took that and I'm like, all right, in order for us to go to another level, I have to make sure that what we're giving you is good. And I appreciate everybody that rolled with us through the old MacBook, the one camera, the bad sound, the bad video, this, that. People still watched. People still came out. People still came to our live show, came to our brunches, subscribe. Keep subscribing, keep liking, subscribing, and commenting because that keeps the, that's going to make us grow. But I think with knowing that now, I got to take this shit up to another notch. And that's what I plan on doing with both podcasts, obviously, hypothetically, it's something more serious, more grounded, more about issues. So we're definitely on that tip, and we're going to drive that hammer even more. And obviously, If You Don't Say It, We Will, two dudes talking about fuck shit all the time. Sometimes we get serious, but it's a good playful thing. But in order for me to take both to another level, I got to do trial and error. So that's what I kind of been in my zone of like owning the craft, of doing what I need to do to get people to another level. So, but that's all I've been good. How about you? How you been?
I've been good. I think I did a little bit of too much outside. My social meter is like slowly going down, but I need to get it back up because I've been off all month from one job, and I need to get ready for September because my job involves me talking to people.
Yes.
And
Billy has a nutty schedule.
And basketball is back. So my boys move in next week. So it's back to grind time. Like, nice. I'm ready. We have some new guys, so I'm excited for this new season. Yeah, I really just been chilling. Like, I've been going to the beach. I've been going out to eat. Been watching my shows, reading my books, hanging out with people, just a little bit of here, a little bit of there. But really just doing my thing that I've learned to not depend on people, because if that's the case, I ain't going to do nothing because everybody always got something. So if I invite people, they can't come, I still go.
That's it.
So sometimes
that's the best way. Sometimes you got to just go and be like, all right, this is what I want to do. You can't make it. Let me go over here.
Yeah, it is what it is. So
yeah.
But yeah, just been chilling for real. I got my 10-year high school reunion coming up.
Ooh, are you looking forward to that?
I don't know. So I saw, So my parents still live in Union, and Union is literally like 5 minutes from where I live. So like I'm still around, so I still see certain people because, like I told people, Union's not a town where it's like Irvington. Like Irvington, everyone fled and went to different places because we all knew like Irvington High wasn't good. But Union is not like the hood, so people stay there, grow up, raise their own family. So I see people in the grocery store, I see people in the street.
You run into people.
Yeah, so it's not like I haven't seen you in 10 years. I've seen you. We may not have seen each other every day, but I've seen you. So
every time that happens to me, it get a little crazy in my head because I'll be like, I'm not a judge. I don't judge people, but I'll be looking at people like, God.
Nah, don't get me wrong. I didn't say they look the same.
No, I'm just saying.
But some people, some people went for the better and some went for the worse. Woo. For myself, I did go for the worst, but I'm getting back to the better. I've been in the gym, so you can say what you want. But yeah, I see people often, and like the people that I was friends with in high school, I'm kind of still cool with. Like we still hang out from time to time. Right. So like we all ask each other like, "You going to the reunion?" And I'm just like, I mean, there's some people I don't want to see, but hey, it's whatever. I'm gonna go. My 20 year, I don't know. We'll see. I doubt. But.
Yeah, my high school reunion, we didn't do 10 or 20 because nobody liked each other. Shout out to my WOHS class of 2001.
Yeah, but my class is big. Like my graduating class is big. So some people I don't even remember. Like,
right. Yeah.
I'll be having to go to the yearbook like, oh snap, they did graduate with me. But yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna go. I'll see how it go, and I'll come back to you and report.
You know where they're having it at, or
yeah, it's a place in Union. It's Galloping Hill.
Galloping Hill. Okay.
I don't know why they chose that. It's
everybody goes
bad,
to Galloping Hill.
I wish they had like a cookout. It would have been more chill, but I mean, I guess
that would have been great.
Yeah, but
have it in June when you guys graduated.
Exactly.
It's hot outside. It's chill.
Exactly.
You could bring your kids.
It's crazy. A lot of people in my class did have kids, so
that'll happen.
I don't know what water they were drinking, but keep that away from me. I could barely support myself. Shoot. Woo.
Yeah, I think
that's the one thing. Sorry to cut you off, but that's the one thing I'm grateful for. Like, although sometimes like I wish that I moved further away from my parents, I'm grateful because my mother be like, I'm outside with food, and I'm like,
thank God, yeah.
Thank God. Or my father's like, hey, I went to Costco and bought some things for you, and he's rolling in with case of water and juice, and I'm like, thanks for looking out for your girl. Thanks for looking out for your girl. So it is what it is.
Yeah, when I run into people and I see people, they got 2 or 3 kids, they're married, and then the time either did good to them
or did
bad to them, and I don't judge, but it's always the same. I was like, you look the same, you working out, I watch your videos, I follow you, do a podcast, and I'm like, yeah, man, it's life.
Oh my God, the podcast has been like a thing.
Right.
Like the other day, one of my basketball players, he was like, Shelly, you still doing the podcast thing? And I'm like,
you checking me, nigga? Like,
I was like, you watched that? He's like, yeah. And I'm just like, oh no, I gotta stop following y'all. Y'all too much into my personal life. But I mean, it's kind of. I went to a baby shower, and like,
it
was a husband and a wife and their kid, and he's like looking. I'm sitting with my cousin. I'm just like in my head. I'm like, what is? And he's like, I know you from somewhere, and I'm just like, huh?
The kid?
No, the husband.
Girl, the husband. Okay.
I was like, what? Know me?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. He's like, he's sitting there. He just like, the podcast. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, yeah.
It's me. It's Shelly.
It's literally like, that's the main thing people do now. I was like, oh my God, the pod. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful, but I'm just grateful.
Trust me, grateful.
I be wanting to hide. Like Jean got me out here in public and I would just be trying to hide when I go out, man.
It was like pulling teeth at a dentist's office. If you know how that feels, that's a crucial thing, but got it done. She's here now with Deep season 2 or 3 or whatever you want to call this shit.
We're still in season 2.
Yeah, still season 2. So season 3 coming down. Season 3 coming. But yeah, man, life, man, it time moves fast. When you see people you used to go to school with and people you grew up with and you see them again, you realize how much time goes by.
Yes.
And whether time has been good to you or bad to you, you're still up. You're still here. You're still doing things. So that means God's giving you more time to do things. So that's the way I look at it.
I mean, you put it correctly too. God also gives you time to make better decisions, make better choices.
Better choices, yes.
And is there any?
And that then, man.
Have any choices or decisions that you made that you wish you did different?
that I wish I did different. I wish I was more stern with my family, because I obviously I have a soft heart for my family. You know, but I remember in my 20s just like being the good son of like, you know, whatever my parents need, I'm going to do it for them.
Right.
You know, without thinking 10, 20 years ahead down the line. You know, and one thing I kind of did was like, I kind of put like my financial future
behind
in their hands. Yeah. I put it in their hands by helping them out and not realizing that like, yo,
it's going to hurt you.
It's going to hurt me big time. And it did, you know, and it made me like, it didn't make me resent them, because you know what, at the end of the day, I can remember like 5 years ago, I was just upset with my parents. You know, I'm like, you know, you're the reason I can't get an apartment, or y'all the reason I can't get a car, or you're the reason I can't invest. I can't because I'm in debt. You know, my credit's bad, this, that, all this other stuff. Not realizing that, you know, they tried their best.
Okay.
You know, and then, you know, as you do for your parents, you're supposed to, as they helped you as a child and clothed you and gave you, you know, food and all that stuff, you gotta kind of like pay it forward back to them.
I seen this one post that was like, give your parents grace because this is their first time too. Right. And it wasn't like in that financial situation. It was in a situation of like their parents was on vacation and they're like recording everything. But like I tell my parents all the time, I'm like, oh, when you gonna take a vacation? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna go to Haiti. I'm like, Haiti's not a vacation.
Caribbean people, get it out of your head.
Haiti's not a vacation.
Going back home is not a vacation. It's not a vacation. It's just going back home.
Exactly.
That's like me being at work, be like, yo, what you doing a staycation? Unless
you go to a resort. But when you go to Haiti, you don't go to a resort. You go to your house and you're like my mom.
Your old neighborhood.
My mom does this thing where I went to Haiti with her in 2020 and I had already, like my parents, I be giving them warnings. And I'm like, listen, I know what type of time you want, but when I go, I'm not cleaning nothing. She gets to Haiti and wants to clean the whole house.
For what?
And she's looking at me and I'm like, I already told you. I'm on vacation. I'm not cleaning. I'm not.
What about us? I can't do this.
I'm not.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, just giving your parents grace. But I just wish I was just more stern with them, because I put my financial future in their hands.
Right.
And then like, it's a deep thing with me, because it's like I literally gave them me. And then what they did is just like, it was just like, I couldn't even say it's betrayal. It was just like, now you're relaxed because I took the burden off of somebody else, and now I got the burden. But it just felt like, okay, now we can just do whatever we want. It's like, because our son is gonna fix it. And I'm like, I wasn't ready to fix those problems.
Right.
You know, I was still growing up myself. I was still trying to figure out life myself. Like, yes, I'm making all this money, working at T-Mobile, making all this friends with my friends. You know what I'm saying? We're doing everything, but I'm still enjoying life. But I felt like a part of my joy was stolen when it was just like, all right, I'm going to sign these papers. I'm going to take over this house. I'm going to take over this financial burden, but no one's helping me maintain these things, because everybody decided to kick their feet back and relax. And it was just like, bro, like, that's not what I signed up for. And then I didn't speak up. I was just like, all right, this is my family. I got to put up with them. I got to do, you know, just that typical, you know, I don't know if women go through it, but, you know, males go through this shit. We're like, we got to suck it up. We got to just go. This is your family. You don't want them. You don't want this guy. You don't want your brother begging your best friend for money. Right. You don't want your mother asking this person for money. Like, it's just embarrassing. You want to take care of these things as a man. But I felt like, I just felt like I just could have said something and maybe things would have just been different. I kind of would have been more in my financial portfolio deep within it now, because I'm literally just getting to the point where I'm getting debt free, and I can just start putting my money into something that's gonna pay it forward. You know, I'm into generational wealth. I'm into owning stuff. I'm into asset collection. That's what I want to be into. You know, I don't want to work hard for another 20 fucking years. You know, I want to work hard for 5 to 10 and relax.
The next.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I felt like I'm just here too late. But the one thing I just keep in my mind so much is like you know, I everybody knows how much I love Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle said something crazy. He said one of the most gangster things. He's like, yo, it's a marathon, bro. run at your pace, no matter what. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how many obstacles, no matter how many fuck shit happens, how much bad luck you think God has given you, he not gonna put you something that you're not supposed to. He doesn't give you more that you can't handle. Mm-hmm. He's giving you exactly what you need. He's making you see things the way you got to see it so you can get things done. And I just had to like really let that go. But that's one decision in my life. I just said, I just wish I was just more stern, because I know a lot of ain't shit sons out here. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of sons who don't do nothing for their family, nothing. Just bring problems to the door. That's it. And I'm like, I never wanted to be that guy, but I felt like being the reliable one, not to say my other siblings weren't reliable, but being the reliable son at the time was just like, all right, you gotta help, you have to help us. And then I just got up and said, yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep, because I'm thinking, we got a house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We could, our children could play here, our children's children could play here. We gonna own this, and only to take the shit over and lose the damn thing.
Right.
And me making some really, really hard ass decisions, like, telling my family, hey, we got to find a place to live. I kind of had to be selfish in that moment, but it was just like, that was some hard shit to say. But I just felt like I just wish I would have just made that choice better back then. That's all. It's stressing me out right now I talk about it. Because it really, yeah.
It's a lot.
It delayed a lot, Shelly. Like it delayed. It's a lot.
Trust me, I know. Haitians have, I'll speak on Haitians because I'm Haitian. Haitians have this thing where like they'll ask you for a favor and then they'll make you feel bad because you did the favor. Like my parents, they do. Like the other day, I still have clothes at my parents' house, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I was supposed to go this month and declog the garage, but I was too having fun outside. Anyway. So I go to my parents' house and they have this thing where it's like, first of all, every season I give my parents bags. And when I say bags, it's an S at the end, which means there's more than one. I clean out my closet because something new comes up and I want to change the way I dress. So they're always getting clothes, but they had this fulfilling, you have stuff in the garage, whatever you don't want. I said, hold up. I said, I'm always giving you guys stuff. And I was like, well, when I order clothes, y'all complain. But yeah, y'all always taking clothes from me. So if y'all keep taking clothes from me, what am I going to wear if I don't order clothes? Mm-hmm. Y'all get mad that I order, but y'all still want clothes. Oh, yeah. So if I keep giving y'all clothes, I'm not going to have nothing to wear. So I have to order. And then when I order, y'all get mad. So make up your mind. And then they both look at me. And I'm just like, because I made sense. Like, y'all sound crazy right now. Like, stop asking me for clothes and I'll stop ordering. That's the medium ground. So they get mad about something, but yet they want something from me. Right. But that's a whole different.
Yeah,
that's a whole different topic. We could talk about that for hours.
Yeah, parents will make you feel guilty with things, and I'm like, bro, are you crazy right now? Like,
makes no sense at all.
Like, I want to help, but I gotta take care of my shit too. Yes. Like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Most definitely.
And I'm like, and one thing I always ask my parents, I'm like, I'm just doing what you guys are doing. You taught me that I need to be educated. I have to be good. I have to pray. I have to be a decent human being. But with that, with all those things comes some desires to want things too. Because I didn't have those things when we were young.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like my parents my father gets mad. He's like, yo, you throw so much money away. I'm like, I don't throw money away. I actually save money. I actually know how to save money. I know how to do. He said, but I always see you giving out clothes and all that other stuff. Because I don't want it.
Right.
Because I saw how you guys collected so much old shit that you don't realize that nobody wants this stuff. Just give it away. Give it to somebody that wants it.
I say this all the time with no shame. I love buying sneakers because growing up, I didn't have that privilege of having sneakers.
Right.
So now when people see my sneakers, they're like, oh my God, you have every color. Yep. Yeah. So if I want to wear this color one day, I'm going to wear it. If I want to wear this color the next hour, I can change my mind. So y'all leave me alone because now that I work very hard for my money. So I'm going to treat myself whenever I feel like it. But The thing that I wish I did different.
Before you say anything, I'm gonna cut you short there because
the 28th is coming up.
28th is coming up. So what we're gonna do?
Don't tell them. Just
intermission.
Yeah.
So,
don't even have to say that. Right. When you do the video, just clip it out.
All right. There you go.
My thing that I wish that I did differently was, I would say, speak up. Mm-hmm. I like to hold my feelings in and have people guess when I'm upset or when they did something to me. But when I say like speak up, I mean like not every little thing that bothers me I should say, but there's a way of vocalizing certain things that I wish that I did differently. I'm still learning how to do that. It's hard though, because I'm either overexpressing or I'm not expressing. So I have to find like that medium ground of just the right amount. But yeah, I think that's what it is for me. Just finding like my voice and how I feel and just letting people know, because sometimes people don't know. So just expressing how I feel and how it could have went differently, I would say, is what I wish I did differently.
Now, so here's my question for you. After not saying those things, do you play out in your head how it could have went over and over and over and over and over again until it gives you like some type of anxiety?
Not how it could have went. Right. I kind of, but I think I overthink of how it makes me upset. Right. I play more in my head. Like if someone does something to me or whatever the case is, I'm just sitting in my room like upset, and it's just like replaying in my mind, And at times I do, I'll be thinking like, oh, if I say this, then they say this, then I could say this. But obviously that's never how our conversation goes. Like you can rehearse what you want to say. Right, yeah. And it never comes out that way.
Yeah, I remember one time I wrote down what I'm going to say in the conversation. I didn't say shit on that paper.
I'm always going home like, dang, I should have said this. Yeah. But I'm replaying what they did to me, like over in my head, over and over and over. And then I just bring myself to this place where I have to like get myself back out. I'm always bringing myself to this place because I'm an overthinker. And because I'm always home, which is why I was glad that I was out, because I wasn't thinking about it as much. But yeah. And then with me, it's like, that's why I'm actually excited for this social media break that I'm about to take, because if someone does something to me and then like they're on social media just having a time, I'm like, the fuck they having such a great time for? Like what?
What's going on here? You're not a good person. Why are you over here celebrating?
Yeah. And often like I do a social media cleanse, because it's just like I was telling my siblings. I'm telling my siblings the other day, I'm like, why am I following you if I don't like you? Like, why am I watching your life if we don't talk? If we don't talk, there's no reason for me to follow you. I'm following people that I talk to, that are my friends, that are my family. Like, sorry, not sorry, but
right.
That's what social media was meant for. People took it in a different direction, but and that's another conversation for another day.
We can have that quick conversation. But it's something completely different now.
Yeah,
it's monetized. It's gaslighting.
And even Twitter, I don't like how, X, whatever. I don't like how it is, because it used to be like when I'm not on the app and I go on, I see the timeline of when people tweeted stuff. Right. Now everything is literally all over the place, and I'm just I
think what you have to do, you literally have to go in your settings and you have to set it a certain way. I think,
which is not stupid.
It's stupid because the Twitter I grew up with in my 30s, because I'm that old. Twitter used to be whoever you followed, followed you, but now, that's what you saw.
Now Twitter
it's suggestions. It's all this other stuff.
I'm seeing porno on my... I'm like, what the heck is this?
I mean, listen, I don't mind porn.
Yeah, we know you don't. But I'm like, what the heck is this?
But it can be a little
Instagram, too. Instagram is kind of all over the place. Like, somebody would post something 2 days ago, and I'm just like, I'm just not seeing this. So now I'm liking it 2 days later, and the person might think I'm on their page creeping, and I'm not. It just popped up on my TL. So it's just weird. I just don't like the way social media... Both of them are just weird now. Like, it's just... Weird. I remember when they all first came out, and it wasn't like this.
Right, it wasn't. It wasn't. I remember when a good time for social media, but now it's just
a good time was Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, all things popping.
What was that? Tumblr.
Tumblr. I still have a Tumblr.
I never had.
I actually post a podcast on my Tumblr page.
Oh my god. I never had a Tumblr, but yeah, it was the good old days. But hey, I guess we're in that era. But
all right, so let me ask you this, since we're still on choices. So obviously we both made some choices that we should have made some better ones, but coulda, woulda, shoulda type things. Is there anything you practice or anything you do now to make new choices? Or is it still same old mistakes?
No, I think with each and every different thing, you learn how to handle it different.
Right.
So in the communication aspect, I think I've gotten better. I've learned how to read different signs, like when people are not ready to talk and all this good stuff. Even with me, like just saying that I wish I communicate things better, I did get better with communicating. I wish I made those decisions sooner. But I did get better with how I communicate. I'm trying to think of what else. Financially, that's always a thing.
Always a thing, yeah.
It's just kicking my butt now because I have real adult
Welcome
bills.
to adulthood.
But I think with everything in life, you get to a certain point where it's like, I wish I known this sooner, but it's a reason why I learned it now. Because if I learned it sooner, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. Okay. So I think just handling things different. But I think with everything that I've been doing, I've just been handling it all different, like different.
It's good.
You?
With me, it's just, first of all, the financial stuff, because that's the stuff that really bothers me now. Now I think about 5-10 steps ahead when it comes to financial stuff. You know, I realize that if I don't take care of my bills and I'll take care of my debt and I'll take care of my dreams and aspirations, no one's going to take care of it for me. You know, not my family, not anybody I'm dating, not in my friends, not.
You said you're not dating though.
Huh?
You said you're not dating though.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying in just general. Like I can't rely on people who are in my circle who know me to take care of things for me. Because people have their own, but like you got your own bills, I got my own bills. You know what I'm saying? I could probably give you financial advice, but at the end of the day, like I have to take care of what I got to take care of. So when it comes to financial choices, I realize that, nigga, you got to take care of your shit first before you take care of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Before your mom and dad ask you to loan them $1,000, make sure that you have $2,000 because your bill might be up or whatever, or you need to go take care of this, or you need to whatever it is. Just be ready. And as far as like making better choices now I do analyze without the financial stuff. Now I do analyze things, you know, especially in one thing I've been getting better at is just letting motherfuckers go. You know what I'm saying? That's a choice too. You know,
like your peace message.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. I showed Shelly this message the other day on Instagram. Hilarious. Somebody was upset at me for something that I didn't do or whatever. And I'm like, you know, they gave me a paragraph. I'm fake, I'm corny, blah, blah, blah. And all I just said is like, yo, peace. See you around. And then it was just like, I think it pissed them off even more. But I'm like, well, listen, I think the choice of choosing your battles is a thing growing up. Choose your damn battles. I know that's hard for some people. Choose your battles.
Even like, and this is, I kind of think it goes side with what you said, but sidebar. I was talking to somebody and I was expressing how like, I'm trying to say it in I was expressing how something got me upset or someone or a couple of people, whatever. A few things got me upset and they were trying to like get it out of me like, oh, who? And I'm just like, why does it matter? Right. Because now you're going to go back and tell the person. So you choose your words. I'm like, end of the day, just know that I was upset about this. Multiple people made me upset about this. You don't have to know who it was. Right. Like I've learned to limit my mouth. Pause, access, whatever. Pause, but limit
people,
because like that got me in so much trouble.
Exactly.
Like Now,
And you could be the innocent person. You could just be
literally, I'm venting, but
venting, yeah.
but venting got me in so much trouble. And me, I'm very like cautious. Like I know who I told what to.
Mm-hmm.
So when someone else tells me like, "Oh, I heard this," and I'm right, I already know who told you because I only told
one person or
this.
2 person.
But then I'm gonna also act like I'm like, who told you that? Because But now I've learned like very limited, like very limited, and like it sucks because I'm the type of person like I'm an oversharer. Like when I'm comfortable with you, you're gonna know everything, and I'm not ashamed. Like that's just who I am. Like that's how I show my love and my trust. Like I'm gonna be able to tell you anything and everything. But when it gets to a point where I cannot feel that way with you, it's bad. Because once I shut, you ain't getting nothing out of me. Like even a high is gonna be like, But yeah, that kind of like I don't know. That kind of like I was just like in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Like that kind of rubbed me off like bad. And it was a guy.
Of course. But what else would it be?
What are you doing?
That's a guy.
Because most of the guys
men love to talk, men love to gossip.
Most of the guys that I do like communicate with, they usually not even listening to what I'm saying. And it's like they ask me multiple times, like, "Oh, who?" And I'm just like, "Bro, stop asking me. I'm not telling you."
Like about who? I'm telling you what the issue is.
Yeah, I'm telling you why I'm upset.
People, when it comes to comprehension, are just they're very
they don't
messy.
know how to. There's a lot of people that don't know how to read the room.
Yeah, very messy, very ditzy, very like mixy. Like you don't have to.
And I remember those.
Just help this person. Just listen to them. You don't.
I remember there was one time when the pod first came out, and this is Leo. I'm going to shout Leo because Leo got me mad today, so I'm going to say Leo's name.
Leo.
But when the pod first came out and Leo did something, we was somewhere, he did something, but I didn't really like care. It was just an accident. And he was like, "Oh, let me chill because you're gonna go in the pod and talk about me." And I don't do that. Like I find that that's not what this pod is about. It's not about dishing out people.
Nah.
That's why I never mention names or any of the cases. But if something is bothering me, somebody else can relate to it. But I'm not sitting here like bashing or dissing. It's just it came up in conversation. So don't think that this is our podcast does. Yeah. We don't do that.
We don't do that. Yeah.
But for Leo, you know what you did. So I'm gonna call you out. But it's okay. I got you next week. That's funny. But there's a lot of choices that as I'm growing up, but I feel like in every stage of my life, it's always going to be something new that I'm learning that I wish that I did different.
You never stop learning. Never. Trust me, at my big age, at 41, I'm still learning some things. I'm still learning about people. I'm still learning.
And you haven't
about
got kids yet, so
nothing. Yeah, so I ain't see shit yet. That's all.
You ain't got a wife yet, or you ain't got kids. So
it's still a learning process, but you will keep on. It will keep evolving you, but you have the right attitude. Like I'm not gonna disclose. Like if you got a problem and you got a problem and I'm both your friends and you coming up to me, the way I handle it is you get this person number, you have that person, meet up, talk to each other. You cannot talk to me about
listen, my thing is always 3 sides to the story. Yeah. Yours, and the truth.
That's it.
Somebody lying in between the story. Somebody lying.
So the choice I'm making is I'm taking myself out of this. I'm picking this battle. I'm picking Jean. And you, person A and person B, y'all motherfuckers better figure it out.
And the thing too, like, and this, I think this goes along with like choices. Sometimes as a choice, you have to realize when you do something, like me, I'm the person that when someone comes up to me with a problem, or if I'm in a situation, I'm like, how did the other person see it? Or did you think about how the other person saw it?
Yeah.
Like that's a choice too, because it's just like sometimes you be so caught up in how you feel and you don't realize like, oh snap, if the roles were reversed, how would I feel?
Right.
And that kind of be, some people be like,
some people don't have that mindset.
They don't. But then when you bring it up to them, they be like, dang, you're right. Like when you sit down and you really think about the reaction, and that, for me, that kind of like, for the past couple of years, that kind of helped me because I'm just like, okay, if I was in that place and someone said this to me, or whatever the case was, how would I have handled it, or how would I have felt? So like that brings me to like, yo, I didn't really mean it in this way, but because sometimes when you do say something, you really do mean it with your whole heart, not in a bad way. You mean it in a loving way with your whole heart, but it comes out rough. But it's not really rough. It's just, I need you to really understand, like, it's more than what it is. Like, it's deeper than what it is. I need you to really grasp the depth of the conversation that we're having right now.
Right. Right.
So it may come out rough. Sometimes that's why I'd be like, that's why I love sending voice, and I'm just like, listen, I want you to hear that I'm not saying it angry. I'm not saying it this way. I really mean like I'm saying it genuinely, but this is what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So that also plays with choices. Like how you treat somebody is a choice.
Yes. How you talk to somebody, treat somebody, how you respect them, how you show up for them, how you are there for them. That's all a choice.
And listen, karma's a choice.
Yes.
As crazy as it sounds, karma is a choice because when you do something to somebody,
it's got shit.
I believe in karma, and she don't play. He, she, it, they. It don't play.
God will fire up that text message says, don't forget that one right there. Do not forget that one. You remember what they did, do not forget that one.
Whatever you do, choose your choice wisely because it will come back at the worst time. The worst time, yo.
Listen, I'm an advocate for choosing violence, but at the same time, on some real shit, like on not some non-playful shit, choose peace, man. Trust me. Just choose peace. There are ways to just handle situations, diffuse situations.
And sometimes it's okay when someone sends you a paragraph to just say okay.
Yeah, it's it. It might be disrespectful.
I'm not going to lie. The past year.
Somebody sent me a paragraph the other day, too.
The past year, I have done so much better. And this is between myself. I don't know if anybody else seen it, but when you see growth within yourself, sometimes other people, other things don't matter. But within myself, I've gotten so much better with how I relay my feelings and how I communicate about certain things. Because sometimes I could turn left and go to old Shelly and I love sending paragraphs. I do not mind. And I go the other route and I hit you with a simple okay. And all my okays mean something. My O and K mean something. The OH, OK means something. The OKAY means something. The KAE. They all mean something. So you better figure out what it means because when I hit you with it, you're going to be like, what the heck? Exactly. Yeah, it means something. So figure it out.
Figure it out.
That simple okay can go so many different directions. But once I hit you with that, that's in the conversation. Like, I'm not about to keep going back and forth with you. You made your choice. Stay with it. Like, I'm about to push 30.
As an ex,
push 30.
It's not so bad. As an ex told me a while ago, you make your bed, you lay in it. That's it. And that's choice. And then with choice comes, there's good things and there's bad things come with choice. Every choice comes with a positive and a negative. The negative don't have to be super crazy. It don't have to be something that bad that happens to you. It could just be a lesson. It could be a wake up call. It could just be, relief. It could be whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? And then the good part about choices is I'm doing this because I'm planting this tree so I can sleep in the shade later. You know what I'm saying? It could be choices like that, but choices are choices. You have to make choices.
And sometimes, and this was said at a funeral. Rest in peace to Daniel.
Oh, rest in peace, Daniel. Rest in peace. I didn't know the man, but I saw him all over my timeline. Yeah. Rest in peace to his family. Peace to his family. Rest in peace to that young man because he was younger than me, and
he got the same birthday as me. So
right. Oh,
yeah, shit. That's my birthday twin. Right. He was a very good kid. But at his funeral, I think it was his uncle or his cousin. Mm-hmm. One of his family members was like, "Your choice that you make does not only affect you."
Right.
And that's the most realist thing ever. Sometimes you may think that the choice that you make only hurts you or reflects on you.
It reflects on other people,
bro,
too.
Everyone around you. Even people sometimes that you don't even know that's watching you or that's connected to you, it reflects. Right. So sometimes you got to really sit and think about the choice that you make. Because it's not always about you. It's really not. Shout
out to my long-winded other co-host, Mitch. Love you to death, bro. Love you to death. But... he said something to me one time. He was just like, "Yo," we was just having a conversation, and me and Mitch we're the popular guys in our group. So we outside, we talk to everybody, we know everybody. Mitch does his Life is Great thing. I do the podcast thing. We know people, and then one time he was just like, "Yo, I can't rock with that guy no more." And I'm like, "Nah, we know him. He's cool, whatever." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Yo, he's not taking care of his business." Without saying too much. He said he's not taking care of his business. He's not handling his business as a man. He's doing the things that I don't align myself with. So he looked at me and said, "Hey, big bro, I know what you're going to, you could do what you're going to do, but for me, I'm not going to talk to this person no more." And I'm like,
that takes a lot.
Right. That took a lot. And I'm like, damn, Mitch is really drawing his line in the sand and saying, I'm not going to align myself with somebody like that because that man made a choice.
Right.
Now it's affecting me because
Yep.
I'm like, if I sideline myself with this guy,
Now people gonna think
that we roll with that. So I think when he told me that, he was just giving me a fair warning. It's like, that's your man's too.
Right.
Be careful. You know? And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, that man finally came around to handling his business because people decided to choose to be like, I'm going to tell this guy because he's my brother, or when people see him, they see me.
Right.
We in this same crew, we doing this, we doing that, and the third. Everybody got to look
But how,
apart.
this is a choice,
Right.
but how does one have a conversation with one about that? Like,
You got to keep it real.
but sometimes it's not that easy.
It's
though.
not, but you got to keep the hard stuff is never easy. You know, breaking that wall.
Because there's certain conversations that just like, you be thinking like, am I crossing a line, or am I being like a good friend, a good family?
This is the way I put it. This is the way I handle my friendships. Every friendship I have, we have certain walls. So some friendships are surface level. I know you. Yo, what's up, my nigga? What's good? We chilling, getting money.
But wait, don't lose your train of thought. Right. When that surface level friend come and tell you something, how you handle it.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yo, my nigga, what's going on? So that friend we knew. Yo, we outside, we doing this, we doing that, we getting the blah, 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 you know. And then eventually after the years, you know, we kind of get cool. But the friendship I have with Mitch is more like, we done knocked down mad walls, pause. Mad walls. I knew Mitch since 99. Same first time I met Mitch, smacked him in his head because he was in my fridge. That's how far back we go. So Mitch could come up to me and tell me and be like, yo, this your man's? Yo, he not doing this, he not doing that. Remember, you dap that nigga's hands, think he's gonna think you aligned with him. Be careful. So now the choice is we got to come together and talk to this guy and knock that wall down with him. But that's not easy because people for some reason as humans, we don't like to, when we doing messed up shit or we doing fuck shit or we messing up, we don't like people playing it, like telling, like bringing it to our face. Nobody likes that. But I think it takes a mature person to sit down and just listen. But I think it is hard to like tell that person like, yo, you out here living foul, you messing up, you need to handle your business.
But I'm also talking about the friend that you just dap up. Yo, what's up? We outside. If they come up to you one day and be like, this how I feel about this, you're gonna be like, I don't know you like that to be talking to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how do you handle that?
Friction. You talk it out. You have to talk it out. It can't get to straight physical. It can't get to straight. I mean, it don't got to be
physical, but it's just like, bro, you don't know me like that to be coming up to me.
Right. I think you have to. I think you have to build up to that point, or you could reach out to people in their circle and just be like, yo, I'm worried about him.
Right.
That's your man's. I'm worried about him. Go talk to him because this is what I'm hearing back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way I would handle it.
Because I've had people like. I've had people come up to me and be like, oh, like I heard this back and forth about this person, or, you know, you cool with that person, so, you know, you should talk to that person. I'm looking at that person like, bro, you don't know that person like that. I mean, I thank you for coming up to me and telling me about it, but I don't feel like you have the right to come up to me and tell me about that person.
Right. So I always think like if somebody has something to say to Shirley, they'll probably go up to me and be like, hey, Jean, blah, 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 blah.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, okay, for example, I'm doing something. I'm outside. I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. Right. They be like, yo, Jean, I saw Shelley do this. You know, you cool with her. Talk to her.
Right.
But you hear and you just like I know Shelley. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I can talk to her about it, but I also know, like, she not really like that. So it's like, how do you feel? Like, me, I feel uneasy. Like, I get it that one moment might have been a thing, but that's not who they are. So it's just like me bringing it up. Now that's gonna stir something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but that's just humans. Humans think you could be good from A
to Y and Z.
And then Z happens, and then all of a sudden, all your shit is Z. Yeah.
Shit break loose.
Yeah, it's like, you know, and I think for women it's even harder because if y'all outside, y'all act up,
We
all of a
can't do
sudden,
nothing.
You can't do shit. And
If
I'm
you
like,
sitting quiet, you too quiet. If you twerking, oh my gosh, she out. Like you
outside,
can't do nothing. You can't
being
take a sip
woman
of
the
water
world,
and nothing.
Wilding, yeah.
But whatever. But
choices.
I think certain conversations are definitely hard to have, and I think the approach is the most important. Like
the approach,
because different people have different approach.
Right. Different approach.
But
well, I don't know about you, but I think I'm good.
You gotta stop ending like this. You gotta have a better. You just like a pit stop. You know, Benji don't like that. You gotta have a. We gotta work on our transition.
How we look, Benji? We look good.
We gotta have our transitional ending because you just be like abrupt.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yo, okay, I get it, but we gotta work on that. We're gonna work on that.
Make better choices. It's okay to make a hard choice. Don't be a pussy about it. Make a hard choice. Hard choices, even if the hard choice is like, I gotta stop talking to this person, or I gotta stop dating this woman, or I gotta stop seeing this man, or I gotta stop taking this illegal money, or even if it's
oh my God.
Even if it's a job that you hate, sometimes the hardest choice is, I'm quitting today. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start from zero. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna reset my entire life. That's a hard ass choice. But if that's the choice you gotta make it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just so much. Every day you're making a choice.
Literally.
I don't know what to tell you after that. Every day you're making a choice. There's a good, there's a bad.
There's a
ugly. But God gives you the free will to make that choice.
So make a smart one.
Make a smart one. That's all I gotta say.
And on that note, that was better.
That was better. Okay. Benji, is that good? Messy.
That note, welcome to Hypothetically Pod. I mean, I said welcome.
Yeah. We're a little rusty. We're going to get it good. We're going to get it
This is Hypothetically Podcast. I am your co-host, Shelly.
And your co-host, Jean.
See ya.